12 districts of 4 people each. We have 48 people. This seems like it's gonna be a really bad Hunger Games. Do you see who's all in here? We have me, Hepatitis B, Game Grumps, Everling, Wang, Reprovision, Red Kool-Aid Gaming, Requeeze, Lil Nas X. Oh god. I'm gonna keep doing this until my channel is just the winning one. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Godzilla snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. This is already gonna be bad. Thanos gathers as much food as he can. Everything runs away from the cornucopia. Dan TDM runs away from the cornucopia. Jonesy stabs Sadrem with a tree branch. JFK runs in the cornucopia and hide. M. Shadows finds a bag full of explosives. Vladimir Putin grabs a shovel. MC Version falls into a frozen lake and drowns. George Floyd snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rack. King Kong runs away from the cornucopia. Markiplier grabs as much food as he can. Young Gravy rips a mace out of Reaper 457's hand. Jesse runs away from the cornucopia. Chris stabs Freddie Mercury while his back is turned. Stalin runs from the cornucopia. DaBaby runs from the cornucopia. Little Micah 130 grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Wang runs away from the cornucopia. TikTok runs away from with a lighter and some rope. Bus seat grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. Red Kool-Aid Gaming runs away from the cornucopia. P.F. Chang runs away from the cornucopia. Hepatitis B runs away from the cornucopia. Mr. Beast clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Greg Lake runs away from the cornucopia. Roblox girlfriend runs away from the cornucopia. Allen Iverson runs away from the cornucopia. Obama runs away from the cornucopia. Caden Joyner runs away from the cornucopia. Rusty Thomas Miller II runs away from the cornucopia. Cardi B and Post Malone fight for a bag. Cardi B gives up and retreats. Requeese, oh my gosh, Requeese breaks police officer's nose for a basket of bread. Eric Andre snatches a pair of size. Joe Rogan runs away from the cornucopia. Kanye East runs away from the cornucopia. Minecraft girlfriend throws a knife into Lil Nas X's chest. Zodiac Killer runs away with a lighter and some rope. Shaq runs away from the cornucopia. Corona catches a first aid and runs away. Shrek runs away from the cornucopia. Game Grumps run away from the cornucopia. Zodiac Killer collects some fruit from a tree. Shrek picks flowers. King Kong discovers a river. Corona diverts and Arcana draws attention and runs away. Little Mike 130 receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Kanye East tends to Godzilla's wounds. Jonesy fishes. Mr. Beast tends to TikTok's wounds. Chris goes hunting. Thanos, Markiplier, Allen, and Iverson and Tan TDM raid George Floyd's camp while he's hunting. Do you see this, Jesse? Did you even hear what happened? Thanos, Markiplier, Allen Iverson, and Dan TDM raided George Floyd's camp while he was hunting. He's not dead. Cardi B practices her archery. Game Grumps and Roblox girlfriend work together for the day. Everlane camouflages himself in the bushes. DaBaby bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Wang thinks about home. Obama receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Caden Joyner practices his archery. Joe Rogan receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Rusty Thomas Miller II sets an explosive off, killing Minecraft girlfriend. Post Malone discovers a cave. Red Kool-Aid Gaming explores the arena. JFK receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Shaq shoots an arrow at Hepatitis B and misses and kills Greg Lake instead. Vladimir Putin tries to spearfish with a trident. Police officer silently snaps P.F. Chang's neck. Jesse Joyner receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Reaper Vision 457 injures himself. Young Gravy begs for Requise to kill him. He refuses, keeping Young Gravy alive. M. Shadows poisons Stalin's drink. He drinks it and dies. Bus seat makes a wooden spear. 9 people have died. Swad Ramen, MC Versions, Freddie Mercury, Lil Nas X, The Baby, Minecraft Girlfriend, Greg Lake, P.F. Chang, and Stalin. Markiplier quietly hums. Kanye East goes to sleep. Busty accidentally steps on a landmine. Little Michael 130, Mr. Beast slip and shifts. Caden Joyner cooks his food before putting his fire out. King Kong receives fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor. Thanos screams for help. Godzilla attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Young Gravy sets Eric Andre on fire with a Molotov. Police officers awoken by nightmares. Corona quietly hums. Jesse tends to his wounds. TikTok climbs a tree to rest. M. Shadows and Zodiac Killer tell each other stories about themselves. Rusty Thomas Miller II severely slices Hepatitis B with a sword. Dan TDM goes to sleep. Cardi B and Reaper Vision 457 huddle for warmth. JFK sees a fire but stays hidden. Obama and Post Malone hold hands. Shrek is woken by nightmares. Roblox girlfriend receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Chris sets up camp for the night. Jonesy receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Shaq climbs a tree to rest. Wang forces George Floyd to kill Game Grumps or Vladimir Putin. He chooses to kill Vladimir Putin. Joe Rogan and Alvin Iverson huddle for warmth. Red Kool-Aid Gaming receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor, and Requise and Everling hold hands. Shrek cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Everling injures himself. Jesse searches for firewood. Dan TDM receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Joe Rogan picks flowers. Caden explores. Roblox girlfriend stalks Allen Iverson. M. Shadows defeats Markiplier in a fight but spares his life. King Kong pushes Jonesy off a cliff during a knife fight. Police officer fishes. TikTok, Cardi B, JFK, Kanye East, and Chris hunt for other tributes. Post Malone injures himself. Requise practices archery. George Floyd makes a slingshot. Little Michael 130 collects fruit from a tree. Reaper Vision 457 searches for a water source. Wayne kills Rusty Thomas Miller II for his supplies. Shaq and Godzilla split up for resources. Obama and Corona split up for resources. Did he break it? Mr. Beast tries to spearfish with his trident. Red Kool-Aid Gaming sprains her ankle while running away from Thanos. Young Gravy scares... I am recording a video. Red Kool-Aid Gaming sprains her ankle while running away from Thanos. Young Gravy scares Zodiac Killer off. Game Grumps questions his sanity. 7 cannon shots have been heard. Bus seat died. Eric Andre. Hepatitis B. Vladimir Putin. Shrek, Jonesy, and Rusty Miller II. I don't know. Everling destroys Chris's supplies while he's sleeping. Obama receives fresh food. Allen Iverson shoots a poisonous blow dart into Shaq's neck, slowly killing him. Godzilla cooks his food before putting his fire out. Joe Rogan, Little Mike 130, Red Kool-Aid Gaming, Roblox girlfriend, and Thanos sleep in shifts. Requise is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Game Grumps tries to treat his infection. Kanye East passes out from exhaustion. Wayne goes to sleep. Reaper Vision 457, Corona, and George Floyd cheerfully sing together. Markiplier poisons Mr. Beast, but mistakes it for his own and dies. Jesse Joyner screams for help. Zodiac Killer fends police officer Caden Joyner and King Kong away from his fire. M. Shadows begs for Post Malone to kill her, but he refuses, keeping M. Shadows alive. TikTok stays awake all night. Dan TDM loses sight of where he is. Young Gravy receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Cardi B goes to sleep. JFK is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Thanos receives fresh water or fresh food. George Floyd scares Wang off. Cardi B begs for Red Cooling Gaming to kill her, but she refuses, keeping Cardi B alive. Joe Rogan sees fire in the distance, or smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Obama collects fruit from a tree. Requise and Godzilla spread up for resources. TikTok is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Corona and Zodiac Killer split up to search for resources. JFK begs for Caden Joyner to kill him. He refuses, keeping JFK alive. Little Mike 130 thinks about home. Allen Iverson attacks Kanye East, but he manages to escape. Jesse Joyner refuses. Jesse Joyner runs away from Young Gravy. Dan TDM receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Everling collects fruit from a tree. Reaper 457 travels to higher ground. Roblox girlfriend defeats police officer in a fight but spares her life. No. Mr. Beast thinks about home. M. Shadows tries to sleep through the entire day. Chris steals from King Kong while he isn't looking. Post Malone is picked by thorns while picking berries. Game Grumps thinks about home. Jesse. Reprovision. You. I'm recording anyways. Reprovision 457 receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Mr. Beast destroys Joe Rogan's supplies while he's asleep. Chris climbs a tree to rest. Obama passes out from exhaustion. Young Gravy and Jesse Joyner hold hands. Wang tends to his wounds. Cardi B tracks down and kills Godzilla. Little Mike 130 is awoken by nightmares. Dan DDM screams for help. Police officer tries to treat her infections. Roblox girlfriend passes out from an exhaustion. M. Shadows and JFK. No, they didn't. M. Shadows and JFK huddle for warmth. Post Malone lets TikTok into his shelter. Caden Joyner screams for help. Requise cooks his food before putting out his fire. Game Grunks, Allen Iverson, and George Floyd discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Corona thinks. Yeah. Corona thinks about home. Zodiac Killer climbs a tree to rest. King Kong, Thanos, and Kanye East cheerfully sing together. Everling destroys Red Kool-Aid Gaming's supplies while he's asleep. Thanos springs his ankle while running away from the Zodiac Killer. Obama overhears Joe Rogan, Everling talking in the distance. Wayne constructs a shack. Little Mike 130, George Floyd, and Reaper Vision 457 hunt for other tributes. Chris receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. King Kong bashes Mr. Beast's head against a rock several times. Game Grumps, JFK, and Allen Iverson start fighting, but JFK runs away as Game Grumps kill Allen Iverson. Caden Joyner receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. TikTok poisons Cardi B's drink but mistakes it for his own and dies. Dan TDM collects fruit from a tree. Girlbox girlfriend diverts Red Kool-Aid Gaming's attention and runs away. M. Shadows camouflages himself in the bushes. Post Malone hunts for other tributes. Kanye East stalks police officer. Corona goes hunting. Requise defeats Jesse Joyner in a fight but spares his life. Young Gravy questions his sanity. Ah. Kanye East and Little Micah 130 talk about the other tributes alive. Roblox girlfriend tries to sing himself to sleep. George Floyd and Red Kool-Aid Game. Wait a minute. George Floyd and Red Kool-Aid Gaming hold hands. Wayne destroys Zodiac's killer's supplies while he's asleep. JFK and Dan TDM threaten a double suicide. It fails and they die. Reaper Vision 457 see a fire, but they stay hidden. Chris receives clean water. Request receives an explosive. Caden Joyner, Everling, Post Malone, and Young Gravy tell ghost stories to lighten the mood. Jesse Joyner receives medical supplies. Obama, M Shadows, and Game Grumps get into a fight. M Shadows triumphantly kill both of them. Police officers set Cardi B on fire with a Molotov. Joe Rogan shoots an arrow at King Kong but misses and kills Corona instead. Thanos stayed awake all night. Post Malone and Jesse Joyner work together for the day. Roblox girlfriend thinks about home. Thanos discovers a cave. Wang receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Zodiac Killer discovers a cave. Everling hunts for other tributes. Police officer falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Joe Rogan ambushes Kanye East and kills him. Chris scares Young Gravy off. Little Mike 130 picks flowers. George Floyd steals from M Shadows while he isn't looking. Red Kool-Aid Gaming, Caden Joyner, King Kong, and Request raid Reaper 457's camp. Request starts a fire. Post Malone is only able to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Jesse Joyner, Little Mike 130, and Red Kool-Aid Gaming sleep in shifts. Zodiac Killer throws a knife into Roblox girlfriend's chest. Caden Joyner, Chris, and King Kong unsuccessfully ambush M Shadows, Reaper Vision 457, and Wang, who killed them instead. George Floyd and Everling tell stories about themselves to each other. Joe Rogan and Thanos track down and kill Young Gravy. The cornucopia. The cornucopia is replenished. Joe Rogan does not go to the feast. Zodiac Killer doesn't go to the feast. George Floyd sets off an explosive, killing Jesse Joyner, M Shadows, and Little Micah 130. Thanos decides not to go to the feast. Red Kool-Aid Gaming does not go to the feast. Post Malone requests George Floyd. Post Malone and Request track down and kill Wang. Everling decapitates Reaper Vision 457 with a sword. Yeah, you died from Everling. Post Malone kills Joe Rogan with his own weapon. 11 more people died. I'm just gonna go to the deaths. Request sets Zodiac on fire with a Molotov. Post Malone catches Thanos off guard and kills him. Red Kool-Aid Gaming stalks Everling. Everling tracks down and kills Red Kool-Aid Gaming. Post Malone severely slices George Floyd with a sword. They're adding a sniper, but it's not in yet. Post Malone scares off Everling. Request searches for a water source. Post Malone lets Request into a shelter. Everling questions his sanity. Everling sets off an explosive, killing Post Malone and Request. Everling is the winner. Everling's a champ. Dude, you literally just tried to say Young Gravy would be a champion. Well, I think this time. Well, this time. Well, I didn't win.